Good afternoon, committee members and other parties of interest. The evaluation committee meeting for RPS 25-00030, the professional engineering services for the Culvert and pump station rehabilitation, will be held in part by means of communications media technology. Active participation will be for committee members only, and provisions have been made for any member of the public desiring to have access to view the meeting. My name is Sybil Tucker. I am the buyer for this project, and for the record, this meeting is being recorded and has been publicly noticed. At this time, I will ask each committee member to introduce themselves for the record, and we'll begin with the committee chair.
Good afternoon, Aaron Post, Hillsborough County Public Works, Culvert and Pump Station Replacement Program.
Jenny Benitez, Hillsborough County Public Work. Same as Aaron, same team as Aaron Post.
Ronald Stylen, planning teams, Hillsborough County Stormwater.
Larry Webster, Hillsborough County Stormwater Investigations.
Okay, thank you all. So the committee will evaluate, discuss, and score by consensus proposals received for this project. Each proposal is to be evaluated based on the information provided in their proposal as it correlates to the requirements and the evaluation criteria set forth in the solicitation. The proposals will be scored based on the following criteria. Criteria 1, the ability of the firm and its professional personnel, for a possibility of 35 points. Criteria 2, the firm's experience with projects of similar type and size, for a possibility of 50 points. Criteria 3, the firm's willingness and ability to meet schedule and budget requirements, for a possibility of 10 points. And criteria 4, the effect of firm's recent, current, and projected workload, for a possibility of 5 points, for an overall possibility of 100 points. There's also bonus points that will be added to the evaluation criteria scores, and which will be read off by myself at the conclusion of your consensus scoring in the 4 criteria. So without further ado, I will go ahead and turn the meeting over to the committee chair to begin the discussion and the scoring.
All right. Thank you for that. So what we'll do is we'll go by alphabetical order, and we'll do each. We'll do the ability of the firm and its professional personnel for each firm, and then come back and then do the second criteria, and then the third, and then the fourth. Just so we're kind of doing everything across the board and then multiple times. So the first one is Alan Plummer. Out of 35 points, I rank them at a 24. Some notes about some current and previous issues, and some issues with Kirby, and just some of the current contract. So at 24.
I had a 25, and I'm pretty much in agreement with Aaron said.
I had a 24 myself. Much similar to what he's saying. Pretty good, but
This is for Ryan.
no.
Alan Plummer.
Is that Plummer?
Yeah, I mean,
Was throwing me off. I had a 32. And the comments were a little bit better. What I appeared to see was project team personnel had an excellent level of experience, several had uniquely qualified. Project team consists of all necessary disciplines.
So I think for me, one of the big criteria points between some of the different groupings for the highest range of scores, the 28 to 35, project team personnel have exceptional level of experience and several are uniquely qualified. Project team contains all necessary disciplines. Organization of project team is superior. Prime firm has a superior understanding of the proposed project and what will be required to complete it. Prime firm has superior professional resources to properly provide services And the point that sticks most, I think, to me in this situation is the project manager is uniquely qualified. In the group 21 to 27 points, the one just lower is proposed project manager's qualifications are above average. So to me, I was in that range, the 21 to 27 range.
And here, yes.
I go down.
Have to come to a consensus.
What do you have?
We had 2 24s and a 25.
So you can consider it an outlier, or you can get a mean, or do an average.
I'm not average.
No, it's consensus, it's not.
Consensus.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean. I got you.
I mean, however we get there, we just have to agree. That's the
Exactly, yeah.
numbers.
Yeah.
We can go between 25 and 27.
Is everybody fine with a 26?
Yeah.
25,
20
26?
26 is fine with me.
So 26 is your consensus?
Yep. All right, firm 2, Alliant Engineering, ability of firm and its professional personnel. And they had a bit more water treatment and a lot of force main. I didn't see a ton of stormwater listed. I rated them as a 13.
I had them at 16.
Which one are you talking about now?
Alliant.
Okay, yeah, it's out of order also.
Mhm.
I only have them at 10, only one for pump station, and that was for irrigation. I should mention the Concord Box Culvert, they showed a bridge. So,
We're talking about ability of firm, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
oh, sorry, my mistake, so you're right. I got them at 10. Marginal, primary, a little bit smaller, and only few was specialized in the contract's primary scope. So I'm at 10.
I have them at 19. I felt the project team personnel have an adequate level of experience. Organization of the team was adequate for the project.
All right. So we've got a 13, a 16, a 10, and a 19. How do we feel about a 15?
Yep.
I'm fine with 15.
Yes.
So 15 is your consensus?
Yes. Third one on my list is Atkins Realis. I rated them at a 25. I thought a lot of the staff was quite exceptional. I thought the project manager potentially could be a bit stronger. And I struggled to find some electrical in the proposal.
Yep, I had them at 27.
I had them at 25. They show a larger firm, but they seem to be more geared for planning and studies.
I gave them a 33 overall. I felt the project team personnel have an exceptional level of experience. Were uniquely, and several were uniquely qualified. But obviously mine's a little bit higher than yours, what you guys came up with, so I don't mind coming down. I think like 26 or 26 or 27.
Yeah, 26 is good. Is that good for everyone?
Yes.
So that's good.
So 26 is your consensus?
Yes. All right, Ayers Associates is the next one. They seem to be pretty proficient in stormwater, seem to be lacking pump station and electrical. The electrical side, I think they had mostly HVAC stuff, so I gave them a 15.
I had them at 17.
I had them at 27.
I had them at 24, and one of the comments were project team personnel have a above average level of experience, and project managers qualified. Project team contains all necessary disciplines.
We have 15, 17, 24, and 27. Yes. One work?
20, yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Alright, 20 per air.
20 is my consensus.
Alright, oh, that's a skip. Dewberry Engineers. I rated them at a 30. I thought they kind of had some of everything. Electrical, some pump station, project manager was, I think, mostly modeling. So. Had about a 30.
I had them at 31.
I am at 28.
Had them at 32. Project team personnel have exceptional level of experience, several are unique qualified.
So we got 30, 31, 28, 32. I go with 30 or 31.
30, 31, one of the two.
It's fine.
I would do
31.
31. Sure.
Yep.
So
31 is your consensus?
all right, VRMP is next. All bases covered. Pump station, electrical. The PM definitely uniquely qualified in my experience. My opinion. I gave them a 32.
I give them a 34.
I have a higher, I think. I have 21.
I had,
Can we get some?
Yeah, well, I have
Yeah,
it as
well,
an excellent org chart, larger firm, cover most disciplines, sounds good. More geared for smaller projects than pump station.
I had a 34. Project personnel have exceptional level of experience, several are uniquely qualified. My firm had superior understanding of the proposed project and what would be required to complete.
Definitely an outlier,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Forget about.
We had two 34s and a 32, and you're 21.
Go for the 32.
So are we good with 32?
I could, I mean,
33? I mean,
to me, that the staff there, I mean, they're all licensed professional, they had
Mhm.
strong past performance, so I think that's why I rate them high.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I agree.
I do play reviews, I know.
Yeah, no, we have projects with them all the
Yeah.
time, so
So that's why I rate.
it's not
I rate
bad
them
in
that high.
itself. Like I said, more smaller projects in my book, but
Yeah.
that's good, all right.
34?
34.
Okay.
34 is your consensus?
Yes.
Environmental Consultant and Technology, ECT. So I rated them at a 23. I thought they were a bit heavy in the environmental side. Pump station seemed mostly wastewater. PM wasn't uniquely qualified. The electrical, I think, was somewhat concerning to me as well. So ECT at a 23 for me.
Yeah, and I had them at 25 to team as student environmental services and so on studies, so.
I have about 21 myself.
On the outlier on this one, so you got those and kind of mix it up a little bit.
Mhm.
So I had him at 33. I did notice some of the things you guys noticed, so. The Pine firm has superior professional resources to properly provide services. Code project manager, uniquely qualified.
So we got 23, 21, 25, and 33.
Definitely, I don't mind coming down. 'Cause I did notice what you guys noticed.
Do 23, 24,
That'll work.
Yeah,
24.
yes.
24, yeah.
Okay.
Agree.
24 is your consensus?
Yes.
HBC Engineering Company, again, for ability of firm. Seemed like they were pretty good on stormwater. I just felt like they were lacking the pump station side more. So for me, HBC was at a 21.
I had them at 23.
I had them 18.
I have an 18.
So I don't mind going down.
To
Income up.
19.
Oh,
19.
So 19 is your consensus?
Yes. All right, Jacobs Engineering Group, ability of firm. PM looked good. Oh yeah, so with the pump station, it seemed like they only had one guy. I was just a little concerned. I didn't see a lot of backup. And I don't think the PM had any pump station experience, but I got Jacobs at 27.
I had them at 28.
I had them at 30. One of the things that I was looking at is the city of Tampa Donuts Pond, which Duck Pond counterpart.
Projects is second.
Yeah, I know. But that's what I was looking at.
Gotcha.
I'm talking during the resumes. In the resumes, they have that listed. So,
I had 31, and project team personnel have exceptional level of experience everywhere you qualify. Project team contained all necessary disciplines.
Right.
We're all in the same ballpark.
Yeah, 27,
Yeah.
28, 30, and 31, so we do 29.
Mhm.
20
Yep.
that'll work.
Yeah.
So 29 is your consensus?
Yes.
All right, Kimley Horn, ability of firm. I had them at a 27. Pump station looks solid. I mean, the PM looks solid. I didn't see much for pump station. But the team looks good. Big team. Yeah, I guess this was a really big one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of companies. So I rated them at a 27.
I had them at 28.
Oh, we're not another outlier, but 32 is what I had. And I a large parent firm, couple of disciplines, resume show much pump station. And one thing I liked about it is the grant that they're getting grant funding. They're good at those. I'm curious.
I had a 34, I was closer to Ron, but this project team personnel have exceptional level of experience, are we qualified? Organization of the project team. The superior, my firm is superior standing those projects.
All right, because I have a list there. Yeah, I didn't see a lot of pump station stuff.
I saw a fair amount of it in the resumes, but
They come down.
I mean, 30 or 31 would be kind of in the middle of where we're at. 30.
Okay.
Yeah, 30.
So 30 is your consensus?
yes.
KCA, ability of firm. Project manager, good. Some a little bit of everything. Team covered all boxes, pump station, electrical. I had them at a 30.
PCA, I had them at 32.
Okay, here we go again. 22.
Okay.
Larger firm covers most disciplines, good team, resume show many projects, good subs. I mean, that's still. I only had a 22 on it.
I give him a 34 on the project team personnel, exceptional level experience. Project team, unnecessary disciplines. Prime firm has superior understanding of the proposed project.
Oh, you're talking about
Just whatever is closer to you guys.
32,
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
So 32 is your
32,
consensus?
agrees.
Must have been something I missed, so.
That's okay.
Of course.
the last one for this, ability of firm is V&A Consulting. I was concerned with the project manager. I think a lot of the team was stronger, but, the PM, I think only had 7 years. I didn't see a ton of experience listed. I rated them at a 15.
I had them at 16, so, and I agree with Aaron as well.
I was closer to you guys, also 21, where I was at.
I gave him the outlier here on this one. Thought it was gonna be 1.
Yeah.
Felt the project team, unnecessary disciplines, organization of the project team, superior.
And most of the stuff was in the subs rather than in the prime. But that's where I dig.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I don't mind coming down.
What did you have? What did you have?
At 28.
Oh, okay. Could do 18. That'll work. Okay.
Agreed.
Okay.
18.
So 18 is your consensus?
All right. Second criteria is firms' experience with projects of similar type and size. A reset back to Allen Plummer and Associates. I had them, let's see. I think they mentioned the Lower Sweetwater Creek. Had numerous issues with that trash rack. Some of the other projects, I think. Some of the design delays, not solely their fault, I would say, but that left me leaving them with a 25 objects.
I had them at 27, limited time.
Well, I had them at the 40. Good examples, scale and type, good representation of the target work. I agree, however, with what Aaron was saying about the projects like Kirby and whatever else, that's still not done, but.
I rated him at 41. Felt the prime firm has superior past in recent successful experience with projects of a similar size and type. Maybe not perfect, but prime firm approach and methods proposed are superior provide level of service required for the project. I can come down. But obviously, Ron and I are a bit high. Compared to you guys.
I think my biggest concerns are the speed. Hanley, I think, was in there. We're already looking at replacing that one. Boot
Yes.
Lake isn't done. Kirby's not done. And like I said, the trash rack, we're already looking at doing something else.
I was figuring this was in a different line, however, than this, so not in the resumes. That's why I didn't put it.
So, for 41 to 50, no, I guess we're not even there. So 31 to 40, prime firm has more than adequate, successful, recent within the past 5 years experience of projects of similar size and type. Prime firm's approach and methods proposed are above average to provide the level of service required for the project. Most of the scope of services provided for representative projects are similar to the RPS scope. And then the 21 to 30 range, prime firm has adequate, successful, recent, within the past 5 years experience with projects of a similar size and type. Prize firm's approach and methods proposed are adequate to provide the level of service required for the project. Some of the scope of services provide are similar to the RPS scope. I think I'm just struggling with the level of success of the project.
Yeah.
Likewise,
It's,
yes.
it's just what they reported and what was in the submittal rather than what we know about them. So,
Well, but when they call out the specific project, I mean, who's gonna say that?
yeah, no, I would have brought them down too for that same reason, so. I'll go down in any case.
We'll go down.
So we had, well, we had 25 and 27, you guys had 40, 41. Do we wanna do like a 30?
Oh, I think it's.
That would work.
I think that was-
Yeah, like 27?
Yeah, to me. Because I'm looking at everybody else, what they had executed 50 work order and $10 million in project.
Mhm.
So compared to everybody else, the firm does not have as much experience as everybody else, so that's why I'm ranking them. So that's why we're going to 27. Generous.
Larry, how are you about it?
I think we should at least be up in the 31 range.
Mhm.
Uh,
How about 30 even? Is that,
Pretty even.
you okay with that?
I would rate them lower, but
Right, and he would rate it higher, yeah, so can we agree on 30?
30 is good.
30 is your consensus?
Yes.
All right. Tougher one there.
yeah.
All right, Alliant Engineering, the projects again. Oh,
Wow.
yeah, I think I was seeing some pretty small projects. I think the way that it was put together was unique. And there, I mean, irrigation pump house, a marina, just some of the projects weren't even really exemplary, I think, of what we're looking for. I gave them a 10.
Well, can I agree with you? I give them 15. I didn't see a nuclear experience on pump station. And they kind of rely on the sub.
I came with a 10 myself.
Okay.
It's only one pump station and it was for irrigation. I mean, that was the one that I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
They were saying a box culvert, but it showed a bridge. And none of the examples met the scope.
I give him 10.
Okay. I'm good.
And the prime firm has marginal experience with projects of a similar size and type. Yes, from what I saw.
Okay, good.
10?
Yeah.
Oh, 10 consensus?
Yes.
All right, Atkins Realis. To me, it seemed like they had mostly bridges. I guess there was a roundabout, utility roads. I didn't see any pump station work.
Mhm.
I gave them 30.
I got them at 32, so
What?
32.
30.
I only had them at 25 myself.
Oh, okay.
They were more studies and PER, none really for the main purpose of the contract.
The outlier on this one. I give him a 44, but I do have to agree with Ron's comment.
Yeah,
More for studies.
yeah.
So I don't mind coming down.
Oh, wait a minute. I made a mistake. Sorry, I made a mistake on my thing. I was reading the next one. My Atkins was actually a 37.
Oh,
I thought they actually had good projects listed, a little shy on pump stations, and not much for electrical, but I had them at 37.
Yeah.
Sorry, so it was 37. Did you say 32?
Yeah.
32, 25,
Close.
and you had 44.
I go up. It's not the problem.
Like a 35, 6. How do you feel, Larry? You at
36, fine.
36?
So 36 is your consensus?
Yes. Okay, now airs. Sorry, that one was mostly bridges for me around about, yeah, utility and the pump station. And that was a 15.
I have like a 17.
I have had a 20, more bridges and utilities.
Yeah.
You know, the outlier. I gave him a 10.
Oh, yeah, the direction.
You had the highest at 20. How do we feel about and you had the lowest at 10? 15?
If it'll work.
50, Larry?
15.
Okay.
So 15 is your consensus?
Yes. Skip. And Dewberry for projects. I think they had some pretty solid projects. Had a note. Overflow, a little unclear about what their role is. I think I did have some question on some things, but I was pretty happy with the projects. I had a 43.
I had a 44.
I have a 43.
I had a 40, and what I had was, I affirmed as more than adequate success with recent, experience with projects of a similar size and type. Most of the scope of services provided for the representative projects are similar to the RPS scope.
It was the same I got.
Okay.
I mean, their experience as a climate,
Mhm.
municipal drainage and stormwater. And they have multiple relevant examples, including pump station, water and stuff like that. That's why I had them pretty high.
43, okay.
Let's go with 43.
Yeah. 43.
43 your consensus?
Agreed.
DRMP and projects. All the projects had relevant size and complexity. I had a 45.
I had them a little bit higher. I had them at 49. It's, I mean, you obviously have some experience on drainage and pump station and rehabilitation and stuff like that, so.
I mean, I have them high too, good example, scale and whatever else, but not as high as that. 42.
Okay,
I'm at 48. And it was prime firm superior, past and recent successful experience with projects of similar size and type. All the scope of services provided for the representative projects are similar to the RSP. Yes.
they had a strong alignment with this.
Oh, yeah,
right? I mean,
they can come.
that's why I rated them that high.
To 48, 47. How do you feel coming up to the lowest one?
Yeah, I mean, 45 to 47, somewhere between there.
47?
47?
So 47 is your consensus?
Yes. Okay. Environmental consultant and technology, ECT, projects. Stormwater seemed pretty solid, but pump stations were severely lacking. That's
Yep.
what I had. Then at a 28.
Well, I had them at 20, no. I had them at 30, sorry.
Yeah, I have them at 32. That's basically what Aaron was saying, not
Yeah.
the real main purpose of the contract.
I had met at 32, and the prime firm has more than adequate, successful, recent experience. The project was similar side by side, most of the scope of services, provided were represented.
Alright, we'll go with the 31. Okay,
That's fine with me, 31,
31 is your consensus?
yes.
HBC Engineering Company, again on projects. There's some triple R, stormwater components seem pretty minor. Sidewalks, complete streets, resurfacing, water treatment plant. Road widening. I was not, I believe, overly impressed with that. HBC, I gave it 22.
I give them 25.
I gave them less, 15.
Okay.
Give a 14, prime firm has minor successful experience with projects of a similar size and type.
Right, so
So what was yours again?
We had 22, 25, 15, and 14.
I don't, it's good, I can put that.
Would you want to do 18?
That's fine with me,
Yep.
18, yep.
18 is your consensus?
I agree.
All right, Jacobs Engineering projects. I think all their projects listed were pretty impressive. I had a 45.
I had them at the 42. They had extensive experience as a.
I did a 39.
You gotta have an outlier, so that's me. I had a 29, and prime firm adequate success, recent experience with projects of similar size and type. Some of the scope of services provided was represented.
Yeah. Had also.
So like, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a pretty wide range there, so.
Yeah,
Had decent examples with scale and type for targeted work, but some of them was just roadway. Seemed like they were just using filler.
41, 42.
yeah, no, well, you had the lowest, I guess. So, I guess I have the higher one, so, I mean, 41?
41.
41 is fine.
41 is your consensus?
Yeah, yes.
Agree.
All right, Kimberly Horn and Associates, again, for projects. Trail Bridge, Trail PD&E, Safe Routes to School, I had them at a 35.
I had them at 37.
I had them at 40. I had some of the was good examples, but some extraneous bridge there too, so.
I had a 40, prime firm is more than adequate, successful, recent experience. Most of the scope of services provided was representative. I mean, so.
35, 37, and 240s, we could do
37.
37.
Yep.
37.
37 is your consensus?
Yes. Mr. Campo on projects. All projects were pertinent. Most of them, I think, were Hillsborough County. I had 45.
Yep, same here. They have strong track as a local. And there's a Culvert project.
I only had a 39, some decent examples, scale and type for targeted work, some extraneous RRR, but and roadway.
Well, I had them at 38. I had, prime firm has more than adequate, successful, recent experience, with projects. Prime firm's approach and methods proposed are above average.
We had a 40.
Yes.
All right, so we had 245s, 39, and 38. about 41.
That'll work.
Okay with you?
Yeah.
41 is your consensus?
Yes. VNA consultant engineers, projects. Thought they were pretty good. They had, sewer wastewater. The mild concern, there's no vegetation handling. I think one of them was a triple R. Had them at a 40.
I had them at 36.
This one's all over the board. 25 for me.
Hmm.
With the lift stations, they were sanitary for one thing, and the subs were mainly the ones responsible for any success. So
Admin 35 felt the crime firm has more than adequate successful recent experience. The crime firm's approach, methods proposed are above average.
Okay.
35.
You okay coming up to like 33?
that'll work.
Is that okay with you guys? 33?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So 33 is your
30.
consensus?
Agreed.
Agreed.
All right, resetting again. Number 3, firm's willingness and ability to meet schedule and budget requirements. Back to plumber. I gave him a 6.
Same here.
7.
I give it a 9. And that was, I felt that submittal shows superior understanding of the approach of the scope, schedule, budget, with potential improvements.
The thing I had was didn't see anything about budget control. So
Yeah, and then for me, plan was adequate, but the lack of clarity on the resource readiness for the task order and tight deadline, and then they had something about 10 business day for proposal and stuff like that. So to me, it was, that's why I gave them 6.
So we had 6, 6, 7, 9. We good with 7?
Fine with 7.
7.
7 is your consensus?
yes,
Yes.
All right, second one is Alliant Engineering. I have a note about the assignment delivery plan. Not sure what that means now, but I actually gave it a 10.
It's a little bit on the low, but I give them a 7.
I only gave them a 4. Very basic steps and assurances. No discussion about budget control.
I give it an 8. Felt the submittal shows good understanding of an approach of the scope, budget, etc. 7.
Yeah. Of course,
I'll come up whatever you need. But
I mean, 7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
7.
7.
7.
7 is your consensus?
Yes.
Right, Atkins Realis. They at least mentioned Oracle and PM software. Have a 9.
It's Realis.
And because I put them on which one I rate high,
Oh.
so I did it backwards. What is that? I know it. See them somewhere? I know they're in there. Can't find it. Oh.
That's Atkins right there.
Oh, Jesus, that's why I considered it out highlighted. So we're number 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, give them a 7.
I had an even 10. Very detailed and organized plan.
Give it a 9.
Yeah. Good with a 9.
9.
So 9 is your consensus?
Yes.
Agreed.
All right, errors on schedule and budget. Had a decent approach. I think they mentioned weekly meetings, Dell Tech Vision software. But
That's 7, willing to meet contract demands. Yeah,
I had 6 showed good internal role division, but little collaboration with the county on any of these roles.
I had an 8, Smithel shows good understanding of and approach of the scope, schedule, budget.
8768, want to do 7?
Or 8, if you want.
7 or 8.
It's fine.
It's fine.
okay.
So 8 is your consensus?
Yes.
Newberry. Yeah, schedule and budget, I had a 7.
I had them at 8. What I did, like, they had a focus, very choosy team for project on schedule, so I did like that.
I had an even 10 on them. Very detailed and organized plan.
I had an 8. So Smithel shows good understanding of and approach of the scope, schedule, budget.
I'll do a 8 or a 9, 8.
Um,
They-
Yeah.
8 is your consensus?
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay, and then PRMP, I think they mentioned similar software, Delphic software,
Mhm.
and meetings and stuff, I gave them a 9.
I did too.
8, good detailed plan and approach.
Gave him a 9, Smithel shows superior understanding of and approach of the scope.
3 9s, good with a 9.
Yes,
So with 9.
So 9 is your consensus?
Yes.
Agreed.
ECT, I read them 8.
I read them 7.
7.
Give him a 9, but I can come down. 7 or 8.
2 7s, 8 9,
8.
do 8.
8's good.
8 is your consensus?
Yes.
3.
HBC. I have them at a 7.
I had them at 6.
I also had them at a 6.
Again, I gotta bring that one.
Way too
I gave him a 9, but
Way too
um,
nice.
I don't mind coming down.
We okay with this? 7?
7's good.
7 is your consensus?
Yes.
Agreed.
All right. Jacobs. I had a 7 as well.
I had them at an 8.
7 here.
Give him a 42. I mean, gave him a 9. Gave him a 9. It's the
3
right.
of them, 31. A little bit.
For a
And
9.
I gave him a 9, and what I had was comments that I had was Spindle showed superior understanding of the approach and the scope. Improvements for project delivery and cost savings. What we got?
We had 2 7s, 8 and a 9.
Shows a good internal role division, but little collaboration with the county in any of the roles. Other than progress meetings.
Yeah, I thought it was a typical
Mhm.
typical response.
Yeah.
7 or 8 is okay for me.
Yeah, same here.
And do 8.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool. So 8 is your consensus?
Yes.
Yes.
Emily Horn. They mentioned Microsoft project at least. Other stuff is pretty boilerplate. I had them.
I had them at the 7.
I had them at 9 as well.
I had him
Okay, well, I'm good.
Go with a 9.
Yeah.
All right.
So 9 is your consensus?
Agreed.
PCA, schedule, budget, did I mention the Deltec software again? Good process, got another 9.
I did too. They had a the record of managing deadline. County project and budget, so I was good at that.
I had about an even 10, previous experience with the pump station contract, well communicated.
I'm at a 9. The submittal shows superior understanding of and the approach of the scope, schedule, budget.
I would go with 9.
Yeah, that's fine.
9.
9 is your consensus?
Yes.
And VNA. That was kind of generic,
Mhm.
no specific software. I think I had a 6.
Yep, same here, 6.
I had a 7.
At an 8. And mine was submittal shows good understanding of and the approach of the scope, schedule, budget. Project budget, schedule, can be met. I mean, I come down to a
7.
7.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
7 is your consensus?
Yes.
All right, back to the front. Effect of firm's recent, current, and projected workload sits for a maximum of 5 points. And then at a 5.
For Alan,
Mhm.
I had them at a 4.
I had about a 5.
Go 5.
Mhm.
All right.
5 is your consensus?
Yes.
Client engineering. The chart wasn't a year. I think something about 80 to 90% busy seems
Mhm.
not good. I had them at a 3.
Yep, same here.
I just had about a 4. It says have availability, shows 7 personnel with adequate availability. I know we're except 2025.
I gave them a 4, and the submittal shows that the consultant project team has adequate time and available personnel to complete the services on schedule. I can come down.
I mean, it's 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Go with 3.
yeah.
That's fine.
So 3 is your consensus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Atkins Regalis. Good availability. I have a 5.
Same here.
I had a 5 as well.
I had a 5.
Okay. That is
So
Yeah.
5 is the consensus.
Harry. Harris Associates. I had a 5.
One hairs.
Harris.
Yeah, same here.
5 as well.
5 as well.
All right. Easy.
5 is the consensus.
Newberry. I had a 4.
Same here.
I had a 5.
I had, and, no, I had a 4, sorry, got wrong.
Okay.
So I had a 4, as Spindle shows that the consultant's project team has adequate time available, personnel to complete the services all scheduled.
I'll go down to the 4 if that's what you want.
All right. 4 it is.
So 4 is the consensus?
Yes.
DRMP. The chart for 25 again. I had a 4.
I did too.
I was being nicer, I guess, 5.
Right?
I had a 5 as well, thought the submittal shows consultant's project team has adequate staffing available to complete services on schedule.
I'm fine with a 5.
Yes, so do I. Yes.
So 5 is the consensus?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
ECT. I thought the chart was kind of vague. Didn't really seem like it was overtime. I had a 3.
Yep, same here.
That was nicer. I had 5. Showed. A little bit light on the team personnel, with adequate availability for next 12 months, and of course insurances.
I also had a 5, submittal shows consultants project team has adequate staffing available to complete services on schedule. This middle indicates backup staffing capabilities.
You guys okay with a 4?
Yeah, we're fine.
A 4 is the consensus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
HBC. Yeah, some more questions. The chart didn't seem clear. I had a 3.
Same here. I think they were busy with focus on one project.
Yes, I think some of them seem too high. The
Yes.
percentage.
Absolutely, yes.
I still have my 5 available charts, shows team and partner sufficient availability with over 65 professionals across Florida.
I gave him a 4. This middle shows consultants project team has adequate time available as personnel to complete services on schedule.
Okay, with 4.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
4 is your consensus.
yes.
Agree.
Right, Jacobs, I had it a 5. They had a chart and backup people.
Yeah, I have 4.
I have 5.
And a 4. And this middle shows consultants project team has adequate time available personnel to complete the services on schedule.
You know, over 50% availability, so.
4,
Yes.
5,
Four, good.
4.
Yes.
Okay.
4 is your consensus.
Yep.
Yes.
Kimberly Horn. Yeah, I think the chart was just some straight percentage, wasn't over time. No alternatives. I had them at a 4.
Same here.
I have about a 5. Available charts shows sufficient availability with over 8,300 additional professionals across the country.
And at a 5, this middle shows consultants project team has adequate staffing available to complete services. This middle indicated backup staffing of capacity, so. So I get 5.
You okay with a 5?
Yeah.
5?
5 is your consensus.
Yes.
CA. Chart over time, I have a 5.
I have 4.
I had 5.
I had a 5. I felt the middle shows consultants project team has adequate staffing available. Middle here to indicate backup staffing capacity.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, so it's a 5?
Yeah.
So 5 is your
Yes.
Yes.
VNA consultant engineers. Chart again. I don't know about a comment, I don't know why. I had a 4.
Yep, same here.
I still have a 5 on it. Availability shows adequate availability for the next 12 months, 50% on most of the 15 staff, but only that. This is what they show, it's not.
I'd give it a 5. Middle shows consultants project team had adequate staffing and they have backup staffing capacity, so.
Yeah.
5.
So 5 is your consensus.
Yes, agreed.
Includes the scoring.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through and recap your consensus scores as well as provide the bonus points scores and then the total for each firm. So starting with Allen Plummer and Associates. Criteria 1, you had a consensus of 26. Criteria 2, consensus of 30. Criteria 3, consensus of 7. Criteria 4, consensus of 5. For the DMDWBE participation, they did receive 5 bonus points. They received 4 points for past performance and 0 points for volume of work, for overall total of 77 points. For Alliant Engineering, criteria 1, you had a consensus of 15. Criteria 2, consensus of 10. Criteria 3, consensus of 7. Criteria 4, consensus of 3. They did receive 5 DMWBE bonus points, 3 past performance points, and 5 volume of work points, for a total of 48 points. Atkins Realis, criteria 1, you had a consensus of 26. Criteria 2, consensus of 36. Criteria 3, consensus of 9. Criteria 4, consensus of 5. They received 5 DMBWBE bonus points, 5 past performance points, and 0 volume of work points, for a total of 86 points. For Ayers Associates, criteria 1, you had a consensus of 20. Criteria 2, consensus of 15. Criteria 3, consensus of 8. Criteria 4, consensus of 5. They received 5 DMBWBE bonus points, 3 past performance points, and 0 volume of work points, for a total of 56 points. For Dewberry Engineers, criteria 1, you had a consensus of 31. Criteria 2, consensus of 43. Criteria 3, consensus of 8. Criteria 4, consensus of 4. They received 5 DMWBE bonus points, 3 past performance points, and 5 volume of work points, for a total of 99 points. For DRMP, criteria 1, you had a consensus of 34. Criteria 2, consensus of 47. Criteria 3, consensus of 9. Criteria 4, consensus of 5. They received 5 DMDWBE bonus points, 5 past performance points, and 0 for volume of work points, for a total of 105 points. Environmental Consulting and Technology, criteria 1, you had a consensus of 24. Criteria 2, consensus of 31. Criteria 3, consensus of 8. Criteria 4, consensus of 4. They received 5 DMDWBE bonus points, 5 past performance points, consensus of 4. They received 0 for the DMDWBE bonus points, 3 past performance points, 56 points. Jacobs Engineering Group, criteria 1, you had a consensus of 29. Criteria 2, consensus of 41. Criteria 3, consensus of 8. Criteria 4, consensus of 4. They received 5 DMDWBE bonus points, 3 past performance points, and 5 volume of work points, for a total of 95 points. Kimberly Horn and Associates, criteria 1, you had a consensus of 30. Criteria 2, consensus of 37. Criteria 4, consensus of 9. Criteria 5, criteria 4, consensus of 5. They received 5 DMDWBE bonus points, 4 past performance points, and 0 volume of work points, for a total of 90 points. For Kissinger, Campo, and Associates, criteria 1, you had a consensus of 32. Criteria 2, consensus of 41. Criteria 3, consensus of 9. Criteria 4, consensus of 5. They received 5 DMDWBE bonus points, 3 past performance points, and 0 volume of work points for 95 points. For V&A consulting engineers, criteria 1, you had a consensus of 18. Criteria 2, consensus of 33. Criteria 3, consensus of 7. Criteria 4, consensus of 5. They did receive 5 DMWBE points, 3 past performance points, and 4 volume of work points, for a total of 75 points. Are all the committee members in agreement with your evaluation criteria 1 through 4 scores?
Yes.
Yes.
So just give me a second to go through the ranking here. Okay, so we did have a tie where, well, I'll start here. For rank number 1 with 105 points is DRMP. Rank number 2 with 99 points is Newberry Engineers. We had a tie for third at 90 with 95 points between Jacobs and Kissinger Campo. So we do have a tiebreaker in our procedures, which consists of the tiebreaker being the professional firm with the individual volume of work score that has the lowest total dollars in the volume of work over the preceding 2 fiscal periods will be considered the higher ranked firm. So Jacobs had a score of 5 points for the volume of work, and Kissinger Campo had they received 0 points. So again, it's the firm with the lowest total dollar of volume of work. The lowest total receives the highest points. So because Jacobs had the lowest total dollars of volume of work, and this is based on our horrible financial system, whoever has been paid more essentially in over the past 2 fiscal periods. So because Jacobs had the lowest amount, they would be considered the higher ranked firm. So they would be ranked number 3. So Jacobs is ranked number 3 with 95 points, and then Kissinger would be ranked number 4 with 95 points. Kinley Horn is ranked 5th with 90 points. Atkins Realix is ranked number 6 with 86 points. Environmental Consulting ranked number 7 with 78 points. Allen Plumber ranked number 8 with 77 points. V&A Consulting is ranked number 9 with 75 points. And we did have another tie at 56 points. So again, based on the tiebreaker that I discussed, HPC Engineering would be ranked number 10 because they had the lowest total dollar volume of work, and Ayers Associates would be ranked number 11 with 56 points, with Alliant Engineering being ranked number 12 with 48 points. Okay. So The, as stated in the solicitation document, the county, may require oral presentations, or the, committee and the department has the option to, move forward and recommend award with this initial ranking. So, what is the, position of the department? And I'm gonna defer to the chair in this case.
I think we would proceed with recommendation to award.
With this ranking.
Yes.
So with that, the department, will decide the actual number or amount of contracts that will be awarded, based on the budget availability. And that, will be identified and defined. The actual number that will be awarded will be defined and identified in the notice of intent to award when we post that. So the department has, again, to decide the actual number of contracts based on the availability in the budget. So that will be, again, identified in the notice of intent to award that will be posted in the bonfire system. Want to mention that the cone of silence is still in effect. So please refrain from any contact with any of the proposers and any of the proposers that may be on the call today. Please refrain from reaching out to any of the committee members. All questions should come to my attention. Again, the cone of silence is still in effect. So please direct all questions to my attention. And again, I'll just state that the award will be based on the ranking, but the amount of contracts will be determined once the department looks at the budget availability. So with that, if everyone is in agreement with the scores and as is, then that's going to conclude our evaluation meeting for today. We want to thank the committee for your time and attention to this project. And that'll conclude the evaluation committee meeting for RPS-25-00030, the professional engineering services for the Culvert and pump station rehab project. Thank you all. Now we conclude the meeting.
Thank you. Second.